Okay, Steve and Barbara, I'm doing this on my cell phone on a little tripod here, filming the screen of this program I was telling you about that has solar on it. So this is scheme one, which is the whole all tent kind of roofing, which you'll see more in the other one. So anyway, I'm going to push through this and maybe take a break, certainly between the two, for the length of the film. But I'm going to start on this. I'm going to show this to you on the three sequences, being December 21st, the winter solstice, March 21st, and September 21st, which are the same, the equinoxes, the spring and fall, and then the summer solstice on June 21st. And we'll go through it on the hour by hour. Over here, this little window right here there's the time of the day and there's the date. And I've put in the latitude and longitude for Bequia. So, and this is the Greenwich Mean Time at 4 hours difference. So I think everything is set correctly. So here I'm starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to just do, rather than trying to use the cursor, which is sporadic, I'm going to just click this on an hour time frame. So 6 a.m. Let's see how long it takes to work. Oh no, that's going by hours. Sorry. Let's go to there we go. All right, 7 o'clock, light coming in from the east. You can see the shadow lines, and the trees are actually showing a little bit of shadow. 8 o'clock, light coming in to this room, which if we had a tree planted there, that would be terrific. And that's what we're going to figure out how to do. Everything else is in shade. And I'm just keep going through this. 9 o'clock, you can, this version, you can see the floor with the light is coming through a little bit on the courtyards. Between 10 o'clock through, I left these openings in the tents here, thinking at the moment planting some trees that would come up through it. And maybe that works, maybe that doesn't, but light is coming through those openings. But actually, not sure, because, well, I guess that would, in this case, I was thinking there's the secondary, that shouldn't be coming through the secondary roof, though. So that shouldn't be showing. 11 o'clock, moved a little bit, and at noon on December 21st, this is the lowest. You can see the south is coming in straight through here by the angle of those lines, and a little bit peeking into those rooms. These awnings are working pretty well. It's just the edge. Everything else is in shade. The water, this is one concept. I'd also like to look at the pool. Steve, you mentioned one time maybe two pools, one here and here, but those are details. 1 o'clock, you're starting to move around here. 2 o'clock, you can see the light. The sun is getting lower and coming in a little bit. That is the worst. And then the tree, but the tree is, these trees, if they were more solid, this is a computer tree. What you can see, and if they were placed, this will help us try to figure out where those go to help with this shading. 4 o'clock, it's coming in as the sun goes down in the late afternoon. In the winter, that's its lowest trajectory, and that is the worst case scenario. And then it's setting earlier in the winter. And by 6 o'clock, it's showing it is supposed to be getting dark. All right, so that's that. Now let's spin ahead to, let's go December, January, February, March 21, and do the same thing over again. Let's go, all right, 6 a.m. It's saying 6:11 for some reason, but that doesn't really matter. Hang on a second. 00. Okay, 6 a.m. Now we're spring and fall, March 21. Oops, I did the same thing. Hours, 7 o'clock. Light starting to peek in. 8 o'clock. You know, the sun is higher now. This is the majority of the year because it's spring and fall. You know, I get the same thing twice. Courtyards in the shade, mid-morning, 10 o'clock. Interiors, pretty protected. 11, everything is in shade of the interiors. Same noon, spring and fall, literally all of the covered spaces are in shade. 1 o'clock, same. 2 o'clock, same. 3 o'clock, getting a little bit lower, coming in. Worth a look at the tree covers to help with that. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, we're getting protected. And 6 o'clock, nothing. And 7 o'clock, we've set. Now let's go to the summer solstice when it is hottest, and also March, April, May, June 21, and pull this back to sunrise. 5, let's do 6, and 00 again. All right, we're at 6 a.m. at the height of summer. This is the highest the sun will ever be. At 13 degrees north latitude, you know, this is what this is the highest at noon, 7 a.m., and you're getting light earlier in the morning too this way. 8 o'clock, pretty well protected, some light in the master bedroom, or where I think the master bedroom should be. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, everything in shade, pretty good, excellent. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, that is usually what everybody uses as the worst case scenario. Sun is highest, the overhangs and are working, and the tent is giving, you know, some shade, although the courtyards, you know, that's a question. Do we want more or less of that? You'll see scheme 2 gives more coverage to the courtyards. Noon, I'm doing this at about midnight, actually. Everybody's asleep, so I could do this with the lights out there because everybody's asleep. All right. All right, where was I? Noon, 1 o'clock, sun coming around to the west now. 2 o'clock, still protected really well. You're going to start getting some light in this western side here, a little bit coming through the courtyards, but pretty much, you know, everything is shaded pretty well. You know, that's going to be in the morning, it's going to be this edge, and in the afternoon, it's always going to be this edge, you know, east, sunrise, west, sunset. So trees over here, even on your neighbor's yard, you know, plant them now, and they'll leave them. They're not going to touch them. Same thing over here. Some trees on the extreme side over there. That's what I would do. We're at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, everything shaded. So that's pretty darn cool. Scheme 1, I'm going to turn this off and load scheme 2, and then we'll do the same thing over again. That took 10 minutes. I ought to be able to speed that up.